Hello and welcome everyone to First Red Tech. I hope all of you are doing very good and in a very best shape. So Xiaomi is the fourth biggest, largest smartphone selling brand across the world, and they are apparently stealing users' data. And these users' data is what we care about so much. So this data is the new currency. Please remember that. And these data are flowing to the remote servers which Xiaomi is harvesting. So definitely it's a very sad and unfortunate situation, and I hope all of you are very coherent with my thoughts here, what I'm going to tell next. So by the way, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. That really helps me to get motivated to make more and more tech videos like this. Also please like, share and comment in the description box below what next tech topics you want me to cover. So with that being said, let's get started. Forbes was the first one to bring to everyone's notice that according to security research analyst Gabby Kilberg, he's seeing some unnatural events going on in his Redmi Note 8. So according to Gabby, his phone is sending some personal data and flying them to the remote servers in China, which are owned by Xiaomi but currently lended to Alibaba. So this entire thing where Xiaomi is owning a server and the servers are being lended to Alibaba and Alibaba is actually in control to use that data, right? This is very spooky to me, and definitely I want to seek answers. Gabby is a seasoned security researcher, and according to him, it is not only the Redmi Note 8 but also several other devices from the Xiaomi and the Redmi lineup which are being tracked and whose users identify are being sent out to the remote servers in China. The list of items which are being sent out to the Chinese remote servers are vast. So this includes all the records of the websites which you have visited, the website URLs which you have typed in Google or the privacy focused DuckDuckGo, even that is also not excluded. Every item which you have visited in the newsfeed is also being sent out. It includes the private incognito mode also. What folders you have opened, what screen swipes you have done, the status bar, the settings navigation page, everything is being tracked, including the music player, what songs you listen, at what time you listen, everything is being tracked. So this list is definitely a lot of data breach with respect to each and every individual, and remember again, data is money. All of these data are being sent out to the remote servers of Singapore and Russia, though the domain registration of them happened in Beijing. When Gabby reported the security breach to Forbes, Forbes also asked security research analyst Andrew Turner to look into this matter, and without any doubt, Andrew also came back with the same conclusion that yes, Xiaomi is stealing users' data. Gabby also tested this in a number of phones. He actually downloaded the firmwares of all the phones, that includes the Redmi K20, Mix 3 and Mi 10, and all of these phones are being said to steal users' data and shipping it outside the country. So that is actually very sad, and most of the data are being stolen with respect to users activity online. That includes stealing data from the Mi browser and also the Mint browser. So both Mi browser and Mint browser is currently owned by Xiaomi. So, and there are across 15 million installs in the Play Store. So that is actually very threatening as well as very sad. There are also issues how the data is being sent from the phone to the remote servers. According to Xiaomi, the data is end-to-end encrypted and nobody can crack the data, or there can't be any man in the middle attack. But with Gabby's few seconds of trial, he was able to decode that data and retrieve the actual chunk of data. And ultimately found out that the encryption technique is base64. I want to ask Xiaomi, who uses base64 now? It just takes few seconds to decode a base64 encryption. Who uses that now? So just think in this way, if you are using a Xiaomi phone and your data being sent out, and if there is an intruder who is intercepting that data in the middle, right? If there is a man in the middle attack, so he can see your information which are being private. Of course, private informations are being sent, and he can definitely read that information sitting somewhere in other country. There is also some behavioral tactics and behavioral analytics on the play. Whatever research have been done by Gabby and Andrew, it has been found out that these data are also being sent out to Sensor Analytics. Sensor Analytics is a Chinese startup firm which is focused on tracking users' data and gaining the user information so that the user experience can be enriched. And currently Xiaomi is in a partnership with Sensor Analytics. So if the data are being flown out to Sensor Analytics, it means that Sensor Analytics also has control of our data. This is serious, guys. Xiaomi's response. Xiaomi's response is definitely very different with respect to what we have seen earlier. So according to Xiaomi, these data are being tracked to gain the overall user experience. These are also exported in encrypted and anonymous fashion. This data is also being tracked for the increased integration capability with respect to the software, the firmware, and the apps. So according to Xiaomi, this is also true that these data are being collected with 100% consent and 100% permission from the respective users. So this information was provided by Xiaomi in a blog post which they released earlier today in their defense, and they have also highlighted in their blog post that how many different types of collection of data they follow. If the blog post is believed to be true, there are actually two different collection of data. One is a collection of aggregated usage statistics data, and second is the collection of user browser data. So in the collection of usage statistics data, they collect the memory information, the user preferences, the system information, the system user interface feature, the responsiveness of the entire software, and so on. And they have also told there that these information alone being encrypted and being sent anonymously is not sufficient to identify a user. Xiaomi has also given an example in this category that if a URL in a browser is loading slowly, that URL is being sent out to the remote servers so that they can fine tune the performance and load the page faster. So you be the better judge here that whether Xiaomi is telling is true or whether the actual security research that has happened in this space is true. But definitely if we think that the security research which have been done, it is very easily crackable because ultimately it is base 64 encrypted. With respect to syncing of the browsing data, consider like this: if you have multiple MI devices, the multiple browser information will be synced across all the devices so that the browser information in each and every devices will be preloaded according to your choice. So these are the actual two data collection techniques which Xiaomi uses according to them. You be the better judge and ultimately write it down in the comment section what you think, whether this side is true or that side is true. But definitely if you want my viewpoint, I will tell that with respect to amount of data that has been found to be collected by Xiaomi, it is very alarming, it is very frightening, and it is very sad, and definitely it is not coherent with whatever Xiaomi have written in the blog post. In the blog post they have told that they are collecting very minimal data, whereas in a reality what have been found in the research, it's a lot of data. Xiaomi has released a couple of code snippets in their defense where they want to prove that the user ID is not being tracked and they are generating random user ID on the fly and then they are sending the data across the wire. They also want to prove that the incognito mode is also not tracked and no recording is happening in that space. They also highlighted that there is no way they share the collected user statistics data with Sensor Analytics, and currently they are being encrypted via TLS 1.2 and they are also stored out in Xiaomi's own server which belongs to the domain name miui.com. Xiaomi also told in their blog post that they received 4 important certifications with respect to guarding users' privacy and protecting users' information from widely acclaimed and prestigious third-party organizations like TrustArc and British Standard Institution. So these certifications include ISO 27001, 27018, 29151 and Trusty certificates. So if you see in a nutshell, this is the second time in the last 2 months where the Chinese firms have been accused of stealing users' data. I'm talking about the Cheetah Mobile in the first case where they were accused of stealing the Wi-Fi username passwords and tracking the users with respect to their web activities. So definitely this is very sad, very unwanted situation and very horror kind of a situation where the data is the real gold now. So just let me know in the comment section which phone you use with respect to Xiaomi's devices, and please share this video with respect to all of your friends. Each and everyone needs to know this. As a preventive measures, please uninstall all the MI apps which you don't use or which you don't require. Do not use MI browser or the Mint browser for sure, and do not use the MI Music app as well. So please follow these steps. Do not use MI browser, no to Mint browser, and no to the music app of Xiaomi. So that's all I had to tell. I hope you liked today's video and I hope this was informative video for you. So please take care of you and your family. Be safe in this situation. Take care and bye bye.